Thank you so much for checking out this free video. If you don't mind, please click like and subscribe. Caller, who is this?
This is Don by God Callis, you little troll.
Oh my God, Don Callis. You know, I was just putting over what a talented performer you were here on this program.
Why don't you do it again for me so I can listen to you hear it into my face? This would be great.
Well, Don Callis won, what did you win? Best, where is it right here?
Non-wrestler.
Best non-wrestler. Best non-wrestler, Don. You won here in the Wrestling Observer.
It was pretty insulting. That's insulting because I still consider myself a wrestler, as evidenced by anyone who has seen me throw a punch or a chop, even at my advanced, into my fourth or fifth decade in this business, five-time Canadian champion, non-wrestler. If you look at the other slugs that are on that list, not one of them could ever hit a Northern Lights suplex, do an Ox Baker top rope knee drop like Don by God Callis back in the day. So while the rest of the people on that list are for sure non-wrestlers, I am more of just an overall supernova in this industry. I've done whatever I've wanted in various sectors of it. Maybe we can rename the award the Don Callis Award.
Don, I got a message here from, you remember Lance Storm?
Lance Storm, let's see, marginal athlete, marginal intellect, terrible personality. That Lance Storm, yeah, I remember him.
Okay, he told me that you actually have won Best Non-Wrestler many times in the 80s and 90s. Is that correct?
No. There's a lot of jealous people out there because guys like Lance who broke their bodies putting people over. Look at guys like me. I think I've taken 8 bumps in my entire career, and I've made 10 times the money people like Lance have. So, there could be a jealousy award. It would go to Lance Storm every year.
Now, you did also win this award legitimately, according to this, in 2023. You and Paul Heyman have been trading this award back and forth for the last couple of years, and you beat him by 3 times this year, Don.
Well, I mean, that's a great showing for Paul, for sure. I'm happy for him that he was able to accumulate a third of the votes that I was. Paul did a lot for me in my early career, and always have a soft spot for Paul. But as I said, it's almost an unfair. You say 2023. I have a hard time keeping track of these awards, especially this year. It's been a banner year for the Don Callis family. We're up to 16 members, 3 more, and I can have a Don Callis family versus Don Callis family celebrity softball game. I'm very excited. We are literally, not only are we piling up awards, we're piling up titles. Kyle Fletcher just won the TNT title. We're going to have a little fun here in Sydney, Australia, where Kyle and I are receiving a hero's welcome. All the people in Australia love me. They tell me that they wish I would get an Australian passport because of everything I've done for Kyle. You look at Takeshita. Takeshita won Observer Wrestler of the Year or whatever that thing is. That's all because of me. I mean, if you look at Andrade, his career has never been higher. I truly am the greatest recruiter in the history of pro wrestling. The greatest quote-unquote manager since Ed Strangler Lewis. And as well, I clearly have the golden touch. Everyone I touch in the family gets elevated.
Takeshita won Most Outstanding Wrestler, Don. You have the most outstanding wrestler on earth in the Don Callis family. 16 members.
Listen to this, Brian, and listen to this, Mr. Lawler. I will say this very clearly. The first member of the Don Callis family was Takeshita, and he was handpicked by me. A lot of people said, who is this kid? Why is Don Callis so interested? Why does Don Callis go to a PWG show and miss something in Tokyo so he can scout him? Because I have an eye for talent. Everything Takeshita has accomplished, IWGP champion, most outstanding wrestler, is because of me and his association with the family. As we like to say in Latin, viris in familia, strength through family.
Now, you are managing, presumably, Kyle Fletcher this weekend in that Mark Briscoe ladder match. Presumably, you will not get too close to ringside. Don't want to get badly injured. But at one point, there was a possibility of Mark Briscoe joining the Don Callis family. What do you think of Mark Briscoe as a person and a wrestler?
I think he's a very earnest, hardworking young man. He's a guy who I think is a guy I've had my eye on, frankly, for almost 10 years. I used to say, when I was running another wrestling company, I used to say the only people that were around the indie scene at that time that I was interested in were the Briscoes. I really have thought highly of them for a long time. So I just think, look, Mark Briscoe is a guy who's trying to be a leader. He's trying to make his own decisions. He's trying to think on his own. He's trying to come up with his own strategy, and it's been a miserable failure. Mark Briscoe needs someone to think for him, and I was going to do that. I was also going to get his teeth fixed.
Have you grabbed your F4WOnline.com shirt yet? Well, we got a bunch of them. They're up in the store right now. F4WOnline.com/shirts. You can grab your -5 stars shirt, your Dave Meltzer Wrestling Observer shirts, even the brand new After Dark Radio shirt. You love Granny? We have Granny's Gang shirts. Have you ever won a shoot battle royal? Probably not, but you can tell people you did. So check out the store. All of these great shirts and more. It's through Pro Wrestling Tees. F4WOnline.com/shirts. That's F4WOnline.com/shirts.